Everyone, it's Misty here. Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. I just have a really quick update about how dairy-free April is going and a couple of other updates that I thought I would share with you. Hopefully this will be a real quick video and I won't have a lot to tell you, but we'll see. You guys know I can get a little chatty. It's just what it is. So how is dairy-free going? No, it's done. Dairy-free April is done. D-O-N-E, done. So I posted an Instagram. Post. What day was that? Let me see. That was Thursday. Yeah, no, Friday. So Thursday or Friday? I think Friday. You guys know I was keeping a diary of how I felt every morning, my pain levels, those kinds of things. And things have been getting progressively worse. Like just worst. And I have really been struggling. I've been struggling with the joint pain from the rheumatoid arthritis. It's like my right hand, I'm right-handed, has it's on my left hand, I'm sorry, I've been swatching makeup. It's normally my knuckles, and then this finger is always extra swollen. Sometimes my wrist. I mentioned in the past, my left leg, etc. Someone asked me if it was on the same side where I got my first vaccine. No, I got that on the left arm. We were supposed to get our second vaccine on the 15th, but they moved it to the 22nd. So we will both get our next doses on the same day, which is good because Rob may have to push me in a wheelchair. I haven't had to use a wheelchair out and about since my back surgery, but y'all, it's been bad. So, it's been really bad. And for my right hand, it's been pain down in these joints, a lot. And it's been a struggle for damn sure. So, insurance approved the infusions. I spoke with them last Thursday, maybe last Friday, and we got everything situated. So my doctor's office should have the infusion tomorrow. I know a friend of mine said that hers is done through her medical insurance. Mine is done through my prescription, which is fine because they have a copay card if you don't get, Medicare or whatever. I have private insurance, so I was able to get the infusion for $5, which is very, very blessed. Like, I'm very, very blessed. I know that I'm very blessed that I have these opportunities, because there were a few years there where we did not have insurance. And anyway, so I'm hoping they call me tomorrow and get me in someday soon for the test. I'm going to probably have to Uber there and back. Because of the myasthenia, I can only drive at the most maybe 4 or 5 miles, and that's really pushing it. And because round trip, it just makes it even longer. And the doctor's office where I go to is a few cities over, so the infusion will probably take at least an hour, and they'll probably want me to stay for 30 minutes to make sure I'm not allergic, those kinds of things, since it'll be the first time I'm having it. That's what they've done in the past for the new injections. So I probably need to take an Uber, because Rob, like I say, he's right in the middle of busy season. Last week he worked like 73 hours. And so for him to take, an hour and a half out of his day, maybe 2 hours out of his day, possibly this week, and then have to take another hour to an hour and a half next week for the vaccination, I think it's just too much time away from work. And he would do it in a heartbeat if I asked him, but we're really trying to save up for this bathroom remodel, and this is the busy season. This is when he gets a lot of overtime that we're, putting away in the bank. So it won't be such a hassle to Uber If I'd already had the vaccination, you know, I'd reached the 3-week mark afterwards, I would be more comfortable asking a friend to give me a drive, you know what I mean? But, and maybe, I guess it's no different than taking an Uber, but at this point, it's about what I can do. And I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna have some hand sanitizer. I'm gonna go get it done and come home, and hopefully that helps. Holy Jesus. You guys, my blood sugar hasn't come down going on dairy. My pain level hasn't come down going on dairy. My inflammation hasn't come down going on dairy. So that's why I just decided to go ahead and just add dairy back into my life. So I had, the only dairy I've had so far, I had moon cheese on yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And then Rob went grocery shopping yesterday and he brought home a Starbucks. I haven't had Starbucks in a while either. With the heavy whipping cream. So yeah, my blood sugar was over 300 this morning. And I know you guys are really concerned about it. And I'm not saying I'm not concerned about it, 329. But I honestly think there's nothing I can do until we get this inflammation under control. The inflammation is affecting everything because the swelling and the pain, the swelling also causes compression on my nerves. And you guys know that I have a disease in my back called OPLL. It's the ossification of the posterior longitudinal ligaments. Basically, in my spinal canal, the ligaments are calcifying. So they're compressing the spinal cord and they're compressing the nerves around it. I have significant pain in my neck. I have significant pain in my lower back. And I've started having a lot of consistent issues in my thoracic spine, which is right around your rib cage. There is a nerve there that is so compressed. I don't know what to do. Normally, if I move around or something, it helps. But the problem with that nerve right there being in trouble is it causes me to have trouble breathing. And so does my myasthenia. So I am a hot mess express, and we talked about the hemochromatosis. You know, my iron level being that elevated is another sign of, inflammation. So I feel like I'm at a standstill. So Rob and I talked about it yesterday, and I said, or the day I said, okay, I'm just done. I'm just done going on dairy. He's like, well, what are you going to do? I said, it doesn't make sense to change what I'm doing before starting this infusion, because I want to see if this infusion, if this medication helps with the inflammation, helps with the blood sugars, helps, in all the areas that I needed to help. Me being, water fasting, or me being on dairy, or me changing things up in a huge significant way is going to skew the results of this infusion. So I've decided that for the rest of the month, until I get that infusion and probably a couple of weeks afterward, I am just going to live my life, continue eating intuitively. I haven't been fasting. I'm going to go back on dairy and just live my life. And then once I'm on the infusion for a couple of months and we see, if it's helping, if it's not helping, what we're doing, then I can go forward. I was scheduled to see my pain management doctor at the end of the month. She and I talked and said it probably made more sense for me to see her 6 weeks out from starting the Nebril. But now that we're moving medications again, I'm going to call and reschedule that appointment. Probably a month after I have the infusion, because I was supposed to see her on the 30th, which is the day after my birthday. I just think that's going to be too soon. My visit with her will determine when I will get a rhizotomy. I think we're going to start with the shots first. I think that we have to start with the shots first, and then we can move on to the rhizotomy. I also need her to order new images. I haven't had an MRI in my neck and my lower back, anywhere, my neck, my spine, since 2017, I think. No, that's not true. I had a lower back MRI in June 2019 when I went into the hospital because of my lower back. So we need updated images, especially if he's going to, basically burn the nerves. And so yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. I mean, I haven't been feeling well because my blood sugar's been so fucking high, which is probably awesome. It's probably this huge follicular pattern or whatever. It's like the inflammation's high, which causes the blood sugars to be high, which causes the inflammation to be high. Like, it's just, we're, going around, my hamster on a wheel, just going around and round and round and round and round, and it's irritating AF, but, I mean, there's not much else I can do. So, yeah. That's really about it. So I tested three different manufacturers of dairy-free, low-carb, keto-friendly creamer. And I'm going to go ahead and do a video about it. I don't think that I can do it on anything but the texture and the taste, because my blood sugar has been so elevated, and like I said, any little thing will bump it up sky high. So it's just been really frustrating. So that's my life right now. Just one big ball of frustration. I'm trying to just power through it. I think, did I talk about this in my last video? The Blue Emu cream, that is the real MVP of my life, along with my lidocaine patches. If I didn't have the two of those, I would not be able to get out of bed at all. The Blue Emu I keep mostly on my knees. Or it goes on my neck and my back before I go to sleep. I let it dry and then I'll get in bed. I've still been using diclofenac. I've been rubbing that mostly into my hands and in my knees. Diclofenac is an anti-inflammatory. I'm still taking my Celebrex every day. So, Lord, please, baby Jesus, let this infusion work, because if it doesn't, I don't know what else to do. So, yeah. So, look for the creamer video coming soon. I'm also collecting some of my current favorite kind of foodie things that I will be sharing with you guys as well. That will be in a video coming soon. I may vlog getting the infusion and the days afterward, just to see, watch my, keep an eye on my blood sugar, keep an eye on my ketones, keep an eye on, all sorts of things. I didn't weigh myself again. That's something I did not do. I probably need to, but I don't feel like it. I don't want to. I'm not in the mood. It's like, I don't want to look at any numbers. I don't want to look at any numbers right now because they're buzzing me off. And it's just stressful. The stress that I mentioned in the last video is partway resolved, but there's still some things that need to be taken care of before I can share with you guys. So that it's nothing bad. In fact, it's fucking fantastic, but there's just a lot of stuff that goes along with it. So it'll be a little bit before I'm able to share that. But anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. If you're interested, I listed some Mother's Day cards today that I made. I'll pop them up on the screen. You can head over to my Etsy shop if you're interested in purchasing one. I think that's linked down below. If not, maybe I'll add a link. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay the course. Today I need to make the broccoli salad. I'm going to make that, and I'm also going to make the broccoli, cauliflower, like antipasto. Is that the right word? I don't remember. I linked that in the last video or the video before that. You can go back and find those links. And then yesterday I grilled ribs, and then Saturday I grilled hamburgers. So it's been a very cooking kind of week. So yeah, but that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. Thank you to all of you who follow me on, my other social media, for checking in with me, for being so fucking kind and generous with your time and just cheering me along. This has been a hard few months, but I'm hoping going forward with this infusion that it'll be great. I'm getting the symphony aria. So I think it's SIMPONI aria. That's the infusion that I'll be getting. So yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. I love you all so very much, more than you'll ever know. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.